my extremely underrated support that I've only recently been using actually because I'm making a Chongyun build. I'm not done going to Chongyun because I'm going to be doing separate videos for that because this is going to be the DPS I'm going to be focusing on for a while. I've only been working on him for about 2 days,
Heart be
but
pure,
at this rate
evil be erased,
I don't know, he's pretty good
mind
so far.
purged,
But yeah,
world
if you want to
clean.
see the entire journey on how I'm gonna
I
get
always
Chongyun
forget
to
that
get
last part.
some crazy damage off that elemental burst, make sure you subscribe to the channel and leave a like on this video. But yeah, let's get into Sucrose. I'm gonna go through artifacts, all of the talents, and then we're gonna talk about different teams that works with her. But of course I'm gonna push Chongyun because that's the main one that I want to use it with. Alright, so the first thing I wanted to bring up is look at how small amount of everything I have. Now, I did that on purpose because I could give it more, obviously you want to focus on elemental mastery, attack, or energy recharge when it comes to Sucrose, but I'm only level 41. And that's because I could level it up right here. I have plenty. But I want to show you how helpful she can be with absolutely, basically nothing. So yeah, let's go into attributes. Obviously, I don't have enough elemental mastery. I wish I had more. But look, I've got these random artifacts on. I've pretty much just, at this point, I've just put energy recharge for this one. This one has a bunch of attack, HP. I put random things. There's like no real, I guess, synergy between a lot of these. Except for the Wonders, because it gives you that increased elemental mastery. Level them up. I have plenty of stuff to level up these artifacts, but I want to show how good she is just straight off the top. So let's go ahead to the talents. Both of these, the R2, or I guess for a computer, it would be E. I have played both, but I prefer PS5 right now. I don't really use this one too much. This one is basically just, I use this one if I need to group a bunch of enemies together without really using the elemental burst yet, then this is what I would use. But most of the time, if you use this one, 100% they're just going to be grouped up. Now, if you can see, the elemental absorption is the same thing that you can do with Venti, and that's what I would describe Sucrose as, is a mini 4-star Venti. Because this one kind of just like juggles them instead of just keeping them in the air, but it has the same effect. It may not have the exact same amount of damage, just because obviously it's a 4-star versus a 5-star, and she doesn't do as much. But a lot of these talents, I don't even have this one yet, which is when you use either one of her abilities, hit an opponent, and increases all party members' elemental mastery by an amount equal to 20% of Sucrose's elemental mastery. And that's why at the beginning your elemental mastery doesn't matter as much until you have her at phase 4. But I don't really need that. I feel like I don't need the amount of elemental mastery that this provides to make Chongyun build really, really good. So we're not going to go into that too much. But if when you do want to upgrade these things, which I will do, I could do that. I have plenty of materials. I could be upgrading her, but I want to show how good she is straight out the gate. I have plenty to upgrade her. I could get all these up, but I would get these two up a little faster. Her, you don't really need her normal one unless you're going to be building a DPS build. If you're going to be building a DPS build, then obviously you're going to want to have this one up. But honestly, if you're making a support, especially for me, I almost never ever ever am going to use her normal attack. So I'm going to get up the Forbidden Creation first, and then we're going to get this one up second. But this is the main one that I use her for, so this is what I would recommend you get her up if you want to use her as a support, because that's the main thing that she's going to help with. I don't have that many constellations on her, but the two that I do have is her first ability gains 1 additional charge, which is the one that you would kind of use. I guess it does help. The main thing that I've noticed that what this helps with is if you don't have a whole lot of energy recharge, having 2 charges of these is extremely helpful, because not only do you obviously have double the charge, you start out with 2 of them. Once you use 2 of them, you get double the amount of energy back. So this does help a lot if you don't have a lot of elemental mastery or recharge rate. This does help a little bit. And then this one, the duration of Forbidden Creation is increased by 2 seconds. So this one is obviously just as helpful. because you want to have that forbidden creation as long as you can, so that you can keep on applying the damage to the enemies without them really being able to do much. Now, one thing to keep in mind is obviously it has the same thing as Venti, where it has certain enemies that it cannot juggle like that because it's too big or too powerful, whatever way you want to word it. So do keep that in mind, that it's not going to give you, I guess, a upgrade from Venti. If you have Venti, I would recommend just use her. But I'm saying Sucrose is a great free to play support, and she can do a lot of things that Venti can do just as well. Now for her weapons, I haven't even done this one. All I did was refine it, because that's pretty much all you need if you're using this specific weapon. Obviously, there's other ones that you can use. Obvious sacrificial fragments is always a good one. If you're lucky enough to get the Skyward, which is the 5-star, then yeah, that one's really good too. But honestly, I would probably use this one regardless. The Thrilling Tales of Dragon Slayers, just because when switching to characters, the new character taking the field has their attack increased by 48% for 10 seconds. This effect can only occur once every 20 seconds, which is fine if you're using someone like Chongyun, like I am. You're not going to need the boost every time, because you kind of just want that boost so you can use your elemental burst, and then you're going to go ahead and just deal with that. But the refinement is the main thing that you want to get up. As you can see, it's only at level 20, but of course, again, I could be getting this up. I have plenty of materials to do this, but I'm showing that you don't need to. If you don't have, if you're free to play and you don't have just like unlimited materials, you don't have just materials to be throwing around, just know that if you want a support that's going to help you, this support requires almost nothing to make her good. Obviously, the stats could be a little bit better. Obviously, I would prefer something other than HP, but no matter what, it still does the job. It 100% does the job. So now that we got through a little bit of that, I'm going to talk about the teams a little bit, and then I'm going to have a little showcase at the end. Alright, so now I got that out of the way. Obviously, I'm going to leave you guys with a little showcase. So I hope this video helped you out. I hope you liked the video. Make sure to subscribe if you want to see more supports, different videos. I make so many different builds on this channel. I upload daily. So make sure that you subscribe if you want to see the Chongyun journey. But yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. Peace.